Kia ora, Libra. How are you today? Great, I hope. So, we're doing the reading for you today, Libra, for this up and coming on the 8th, which is really tomorrow here in Aotearoa. So, for this full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. Now, this is nearing the end of that particular flavour of eclipses, the Taurus Scorpio series that's been going on for quite a long time, and so it might just be a relief to get through the other side of this. If you check out the collective reading, it's up there. That you might find that of interest, and also do check out any titles that stand out for you, and obviously your moon, Venus, ascendant, and Jupiter, if you know what your signs are in there. Anywho, let's get cracking and let's get stuck into it. And thanks again for joining me, Libra. So we'll get some, we've got the cards flying out, left, right, and centre. So we'll just get these on the table first. One more, and then we'll talk about it. If you haven't watched this channel before, we've got a slight delay for some reason. If you haven't watched this channel before, we always go through and clarify. So let's just see. It's funny because that started wobbling a little bit when the Eight of Wands came out. So, well, let's just see. Libra, we come out here with, I've got a few cards that came out at the end, which probably a few too many, but anyway, we come out with the High Priestess. The High Priestess, it's high voltage stuff here. In terms of your I guess intuitive faculties at this time, you may well be shown, well, I say be shown, I mean you may well have been aware more, you could say, of certain things in your own personal history, become more conscious of some things or remember certain things. It's a beautiful card. You sort of liken it to a library or a series of rooms that you have access to, and the High Priestess holds a lot of information that pertains sort of to your relationship with something larger than yourself, your connection to something, your connection to life force or the divine or whatever you want to call it. So you're getting a glimpse behind that veil at the moment, Libra, it seems. We then have the Nine of Discs, which relates to you and your own independence. And it's self-made, whatever it is that you value, you are surrounded by in this card. Now, it is sort of, 9, I always think of nines as a gestation period as well. Maybe you're coming to the end of a cycle and a new one is about to begin. Whether that's a cycle or a new phase in your life, I kind of do see that things might speed up kind of quickly after this full moon, maybe, or today, who would know. But we've got the Eight of Wands here. This is messages coming through, information, internet, and your internal net are picking up a lot of information, or you might have some new pieces of information coming to you that speeds up the process which the process, you say, what process? The process of this entering into this next period of your life. Something's speeding this up. Is not to suggest that you're not happy where you're at all. But there's a speeding up into this next place or space or zone or period. So then we get to, and I think because the High Priestess is here at the beginning, what I see this as, we get to sort of look back at the past or something from your past. We've got the Seven of Swords, can be a difficult card. It can be to describe it in a simple way, it can be how we self-sabotage, or it can be where we've been maybe deceived in the past. Whatever, as I say, these are general readings, whatever resonates. If it doesn't, just leave it. We get that as well with, so I just see these two cards together, and there's another one I'll show you, as pieces of the past and recent. This Nine of Wands is a more recent experience or state, where we see the Eight of Wands here, but we've got this Nine of Wands in the central point. It creates a level of tension. We're certainly feeling that, I think, collectively at the moment. There's a tension in here that is nearing the end again of a phase or a stage in that Nine of Wands. People do describe it too as as a card of that describes sort of defensive behaviours, or behaviour that is like habitual, and that we're basing it on past. So if there's a point in time, maybe at the moment you're feeling a bit frustrated, and it's kind of like whatever goals or focus that you have, it's sort of like, God, I feel so far away from where I want to be. I wouldn't be concerned. It's just a level of frustration, Libra, because very soon, very quickly, the wheels in motion very quickly. That didn't make sense, did it? The wheels are in motion. This is a wonderful card, the Three of Discs. We're talking about projects becoming realized, focus, building, creating, collaboration. So we experience just maybe a time at this current time, possibly, where there's a level of frustration. It doesn't feel like things are moving, but they will be very soon. So, I mean, that's good. So we'll go through, clarify for you, and pull a few extra cards at the end, Libra. Pull a few extra cards at the end. So let's clarify. The High Priestess, this wonderful card. Maybe deep down there inside, you do feel that something's about to shift. What's this? Because you get a message. Excuse me, Libra. A sort of, I get slow filtration. A message comes through, I do feel. We've got the Prince, or the Page of Discs, of Pentacles. This has been a slow process, but it's like the soil, you know, like all the nutrients and the soil cooking up its glorious nutrients and that sort of slow release and the growing of the plants, and it's like that. Has it felt like that for you over the last however long? Like a slow kind of release, but you're actually about to be able to get some really good, strong product out of that, or plants or projects out of all that hard consistency, is what I'm getting. And that's so interesting in relation to the High Priestess. And, you know, at this time, you might feel a little bit tired. These just popped out. We get the moon. We get the Four of Swords, card of rest, card of respite. Just allow yourself to go into that zone and just have a breather, have a rest, empty the mind. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but we get a lot of information coming through to us in that way. Well, we're looking at the 9. Just got too many falling out. We're looking at the 9 of discs, Libra. I'm sort of going all over the place, but 9 of discs, you know, 9 of discs is like, it's very independent. We are surrounded by what we value and, you know, metaphor for the soul. We're surrounded by beautiful animals and plants and all those things that we love. And we're self-made, like we're independent. There's similar to another reading here in the sense that there's a question mark, like a level of, is there any loneliness here? Because that's the only other, sort of on the other side of the scale, isn't it? Is there a question of loneliness? Is there a question of, to get things moving, to pull in other resources? And I mean people. Is that something that, you know, you're thinking about? Because to clarify that, we've got the 3 of discs, building new foundations. We end here with the 3 of discs. This is movement. We're getting movement, Libra, if that makes any sense whatsoever. 8 of Wands. We have the 7 of Wands, standing up for our integrity. You know what you want. Whatever your goal or focus is at the moment, you know what you want and what it looks like. We have the 7 of Wands, standing up for exactly that. What's important to you, what you want. Standing up for your integrity. Standing up for your own needs, understanding what they are. You know what they are here, Libra. And that in itself maybe has caused you a level of frustration because it's felt like it's slowed things up. But, in fact, it will work to your advantage. Wheel of Fortune. It will work to your advantage. Let's look at this 3 of discs right at the end. Right at the end. What do we got? Right. Yep. Look, I think it's a great thing here that there's a Libra who's not really, you're in a position where you're not really kind of attached to anything, and that's a strength. That's a strength. I don't know whether this is in relation to work or what, relationships, whatever it is. I do think it's about building something new. I think you're going into a new phase. There's been a long period of being quite frustrated, but that's about to shift. We have the Ace of Swords, truth, a little bit of extra clarity, mental acumen, discernment. We get the King of Swords again coming through, knowing what needs to be cut off, how to clear things out. It's really quite interesting. And then we have the Three of Wands, another three, infused with this Ace of Wands behind, this charged, fiery life force. We stand here with our two. We can see what our resources are. We know what our resources are. We've got a lot of resources because that's right in front of us. We're in it. We're looking at those resources. And while we are looking at them, we are moving along a pathway towards our goal here. So there's a lot of movement that is about to really take off. And on the top of the deck, we've got the Chariot. How does the Chariot move when they're completely balanced? When they are completely balanced. Coming from primordial seas. And in that balance, we're able to move. And this is like essentially and truly works in motion. We're bringing thought into form, into physical form in this card. It's movement. We haven't deviated here. We've not compromised anything or anything. We're just, there's just been a level of frustration because it's taking a long time. What did I hold these up for? Because balance, we're talking about balance. We need rest and respite and a clear mind to make the decisions that you're going to make, because things are about to just speed up. Libra. We'll just get a Brian Froud card, just as an extra glimmer. As we say, oh God, talk about Phoenix rising from the ashes, Libra. We've got the Singer of Transfiguration. This is a transformative moment or period. Phoenix rises from the ashes. That's pretty big. I love this card. I really love this card. So we're talking about transformation. We're talking about shifting and changing energies, directing them in different, directions, places, coming up with new solutions. It's truly a transformative card. It's beautiful. Now we'll get a rock mineral crystal, and it comes after much effort, you could say. Oh, we get ametrine, spiritual guidance, angelic realms, clears stress, and truth revealed. So on that note, Libra, I hope you got something from that reading, and things might just start to speed up after this full moon. You never know, or they have already. But on that note, thanks for joining me. I do really appreciate it, and take good care at this time, and we'll see you next time for the new moon readings. Okay, ka kite, bye.